What's up, y'all? This your boy Eddie Jackson. Welcome back to the Drop That Podcast. We're here for MMA talk. But before we get into UFC 308, we're going to shout out our sponsor, Layback TV, okay? Over 10,000 channels, movies on demand, every sports channel. You could enjoy the NBA and the World Series between our Dodgers and our Yankees. Only $25 a month. Compatible in your iPhones, Androids, and your Fire Sticks, okay? Check them out on Layback TV. Shout them out on Instagram at official_Layback TV. Tell them your boy Eddie Jack sent you. Now let's get into some MMA talk. Whoa! UFC 308 going down in Abu Dhabi. It's fucking going down. Now we're only going to get into two fucking fights, and it's the only ones I fucking care about in our segment called Who You Got? Alright, so let's get with the co-main event. We got a 5-round co-fucking main event where it comes down to the Reaper, former UFC middleweight champion. I'm talking Robert Whittaker. The Reaper, Robert Whittaker, taking on the undefeated Khamzat Chimaev. Returning. This fight was actually rescheduled. They were supposed to face, I believe it was UFC 302 or 303. It's one or the other. I think it was 302. But it was rescheduled. Whittaker took on, ranked number 12, I believe, in the middleweight division. Knocked him out. Kept it fresh. Now, this fight is interesting because Khamzat Chimaev goes off saying, yo, I'm the best wrestler in the UFC. Okay, granted. He spent the whole pandemic complaining about coronavirus and fucking knocking people out that weren't even ranked. Now, if this was 3 years ago, I got Khamzat Chimaev all fucking day. Whatever fucking happened to him after the whole Gilbert Burns fight, I do not know. It's like a piece of him is lost. I don't even count his Kevin Holland fight. That motherfucker showed up overweight, 180 pounds, when you're a fucking 170 pounder at the time, welterweight. Supposed to fight Nate Diaz. They had to change the entire card because of you. You're not fucking worth it. But now, he's got Robert Whittaker. Now, I take a look at certain fights, right? I look at Khamzat Chimaev's fight against former UFC welterweight champion Kamaru Usman, who went up to 185 to take on Khamzat Chimaev. That was a 3-round fight. Okay, 3 rounds. Everyone, not just the judges, not just the critics, not just the commentators, not just the fans, gave 2 rounds to Chimaev. The final round gave it to Kamaru Usman. The guy was fucking drained, and everybody said it. I said it. If you want to go back to those episodes, I said it. I said if Kamaru Usman had 2 rounds, if that was a 5-round fight, Kamaru Usman hands Khamzat Chimaev his first loss. Easily. So, I look at that fight. Now, with Robert Whittaker, I look at not the fight he had last on short notice. I look at the fight that he had against current UFC middleweight champion. I'm talking Dricus du Plessis. Okay? The pressure that Robert Whittaker suffered and got finished by DDP. I don't know what game plan Whittaker had at that time, but he was completely drained and beaten by DDP. Now, is it wise to go into a slugfest with Khamzat Chimaev? Probably not. Because now you got Israel Adesanya and Dricus du Plessis finishing you. Okay? You got 2 guys finishing you. And they're the top of the division. Right? Now, is he going to get into a wrestling match? Probably not. Because I think either one of them or both of them are going to be drained by 4th or 5th round. Now, Whittaker is experienced with 5 rounds. I don't really see Chimaev getting that far. To be honest, I think if Chimaev was going to win, he got 2 rounds to do it. So I'm gonna bet on Robert Whittaker's experience against Khamzat Chimaev. And I got Robert Whittaker taking the dub. I don't think by knockout. I don't think by knockout. I mean, ground and pound, not even really. I think he could pull off a submission if he was even doing grappling like that. But I got Robert Whitaker. I got the Reaper, former UFC middleweight champion, taking the dub. So I got Whitaker on that. The main event, we have Ilia Topuria. Ilia Topuria, new featherweight champion, last man to defeat Alexander the Great Volkanovski, taking on former UFC featherweight champion and current BMF, bad motherfucker, champion, Max Blessed Holloway. And Holloway's coming off a victory, while Topuria is coming off a victory for the title against Volk. Holloway's coming off a victory and a highlight reel and knockout of the fucking year at UFC 300 against Justin the Highlight Gaethje for the BMF title. Knocks him out in the middle of the fucking cage, even though he was winning the entire fight. You know what I'm saying? I honestly really, I don't understand why Max goes down to featherweight. You know what I mean? To me, he cleared out a division. He went to a trilogy with Volk, where he lost the first one. People say he won the second one, and he clearly lost the third one. I feel featherweight, he's draining himself. It's pointless. It's the same reason I said Brian Ortega should not be at featherweight anymore. I feel like the weight cut is way too much on these guys' bodies. I think, and the crazy shit is, Max defeated Justin Gaethje for the BMF championship at lightweight, 155, and the guy looked amazing. That's the Max Holloway I know. He looked amazing. He's getting older. You know what I'm saying? I don't understand why cut to 145. Let's say Max Holloway defeats Ilia Topuria. Let's say he does. Let's say he defeats him. Then what? You, even without the title, Max cleared out the fucking division. Everybody, even retired fucking, I think Korean Zombie or some shit. Like, he don't need this. He defeated Yair. He defeated Brian. You know what I'm saying? He defeated all these guys. Calvin Kattar. He defeated every fucking body in 145, and he's still there. You proved everything. You defeated, for the interim featherweight title, Anthony Pettis. You defeated the great featherweight champion of all time, Jose Aldo. And in a rematch, finished him the same exact way. What more do you fucking want? You want to chase Volk? Volk is coming off a 2-fight losing streak. Yeah. Lost his rematch to Islam and lost the title to Ilia. You know what I'm saying? Volk is coming off of 1-3 in his last 4. I don't understand why Max Holloway is doing this. They pulled up a picture of what he looked like at 155 and what he looked like at 45, and I just don't like it. He looks drained completely. But I don't lose faith. I got Max Holloway defeating Ilia Topuria for the featherweight gold 2-time champ. And I'll go on a fucking limb and say, I see a fucking rematch right after this is done. Why the fuck not? And I see it in Spain. But, I'm going with the underdog on this one. Topuria, he talked that shit, but it's like, goddamn, it's been like how long since you won the belt? I mean, we could have got another fight out of him during the summer or some shit. Him fighting now in Abu Dhabi, I mean, all right, cool. It's interesting. I mean, he's saying he can knock out Max Holloway in the first round. I don't see that. Many people have tried, even when he was fucking cutting weight and not cutting weight. No one knocked him out. Bigger motherfuckers couldn't knock him out. But I got Max Holloway winning the featherweight championship all over again. But make sure you guys tune in. UFC 308 going down tonight. Abu Dhabi. Check them out on ESPN Plus pay-per-view. Y'all know what the fuck to do. And make sure y'all enjoy the fights, okay? I know I got. That's our segment for on Drop That Podcast. For Who You Got? Enjoy the fights, all right? Peace!